reports that it's going to hit the fan today, and DC is in turmoil because Biden declares that only an act of God will dislodge him from running for the presidency. After years of feigning outrage every time conservative media mentions Biden's mental capacities and his decline, the Democratic Party is in a complete disarray. Just 4 months before the election, it follows last month's disastrous debate against uncharacteristically quiet Donald Trump. On one hand, the Bidens now says it will take an act of God, so the CIA to remove him from the race. On the other hand, 7 major news organizations have staged a Mockingbird PR coup against the man for whom they spent 5 years running cover. And the list per Just the News includes these outlets: the New York Times, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, the New Yorker, the Chicago Tribune, the Wall Street Journal, the Boston Globe, and the Economist. Of course, if they really want to twist the knife. And according to Axios, outside Biden's protective bubble, a fast-growing number of Democrats are praying for and plotting a more earthly intervention. They want everyone from the Obamas to congressional leaders to beg Biden to drop out by this Friday. So we will know exactly what's going to happen by the end of this week. As Just the News further notes, 5 Democratic representatives have publicly called for Biden to step aside. Minnesota Representative Angie Craig says this is not a decision have come too lightly, but there is simply too much at stake to risk a second Donald Trump presidency. That's why I respectfully call on President Biden to step aside as the Democratic nominee for a second term as president and allow for a new generation of leaders to step forward. Also, Texas Representative Lloyd Doggett says, I'm hopeful that he will make the painful and difficult decision to withdraw. I respectfully call on him to do so. Also, Arizona Representative Paul Grijalva, he said what he needs to do so is shoulder the responsibility for keeping that seat, and part of that responsibility is to get out of this race, per an aide in the congressman's office who spoke on the condition of anonymity, who was not authorized to speak publicly. And then Massachusetts Representative Seth Moulton said President Biden has done enormous service to our country, but now is the time for him to follow in one of our founding fathers, George Washington's footsteps, and step aside to let new leaders rise up and run against Donald Trump, he said. And also Illinois Representative Mike Quigley said, Mr. President, your legacy is set. We owe you the greatest debt of gratitude. The only thing that you can do now to cement that for all time and prevent utter catastrophe is to step down and let someone else do this. So it's going to hit the fan today when Congress returns. One House Democrat told Axios people are scared about their own races, but they are so also worried about the country and about democracy. And that said, Biden still has a strong support from several prominent Democrats, including Vice President Kamala Harris, Governor Gavin Newsom, Governor Kathy Hochul, Governor Gretchen Whitmer, Governor Tom Walz, Governor Wes Moore, Senator John Fetterman, Senator Chris Coons, former Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Representative Sheila Jackson Lee, Representative Haley Stevens, Representative Jasmine Crockett, and Representative John Garamendi. Meanwhile, Trump is smiling. And this is on Zero Hedge by Tyler Durden. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.